Today I wanted to do a beginner's guide on how to navigate this Wii world, like how to buy toys and how to do all that stuff. Because I'm just gonna share a little bit about how I do things, and then yeah, hopefully this will help you on your journey, and make things a lot easier for you. That's my goal, at least. First of all, I get a lot of questions and DMs from various about like prices. To be honest, a lot of people ask me, okay, like for this MBH toy or for like this Zolman toy, like what is the price that what is the current market price? That is one of the biggest questions that come up all the time for me. So what I wanted to do is quickly show you how I usually get that pricing. I actually am really watchful of like things that I really like enjoy collecting and how those. So I watch for new listings and I see how much they sold for. But generally speaking, what you can do is just go into eBay, put in your search terms, and then what I usually do is I go to this is nice. I go to more filters and I look at the this is not coming out. All right, I look at the sold and the completed listings. What that does will just show you how much. You can also do this on your mobile. This will show you how much things went for, how much things sold for, and when it was sold. So it gives you a good reference about how much you should be paying for this toy. However, this is still a secondhand price, like an aftermarket price. So you have to basically put. It's really based on your own discretion if you want to pay that much for a thing. So yeah, what I do here, and this usually I think shows up about 60 or 90 days of the recent transactions. So it gives you a good idea of like how much people bid things for and how much things sold for. The only thing that's a bit hard to do is like the best offer ones. You can at least see that it's going to go below this price, but it's a bit hard to tell in the end. So this at least serves as a good baseline about like how much you should pay for something, because it's at least some recent transactions on certain toys and how much they were sold for these certain toys. And if you have a lot of these, you can go for like the whole. If you look for the same artist or same product or platform, you have a bit more referenceability, because this is right now I just put very general Sofubi, so it's like a really big amount of returns. So yeah, this is where I usually get my references for prices. I also have my own like internal chart of like how much I think things should go for, but I'm a little bit outdated because I want prices from like 2018, and it's 2022 now, so it's not really fair to do that. So yeah. And then the next place I want to go through is like how to buy toys that are, at least you can't find on eBay, you can't find on like our normal North American websites like Toy Art Gallery, I think My Plastic Cards, or some other some giant robot, like some other toy stores, or ST shops that sell Sofubi. Outside of those ones, what are some other places where I can buy soft vinyl outside of North America? The biggest sites that I usually use will be Mandarake or these Japan buying proxies. So in Mandarake, I'll just go through how to navigate. I'll start from the beginning and just go through how to navigate into where I usually go. So if you just go through the URL, you'll usually end up here. I go into English, and to find the latest toys, I go to Toy, Artist Toys, and in the Sofubi. So the thing is, you see this Sofubi soft vinyl figure here. This just says every soft vinyl figure, so it's not just like the kind of indie vinyl toys that we like to collect. This is anything that's made out of soft vinyl will show up there. So like those like old the Bandai soft vinyl toys also will be in that category. So usually what I'm looking for is usually here, and you can see that these are the most recent ones. So the thing is, on Instagram, maybe you see that people, the Mandarake store posts like, oh, these things are going to go on sale today, and then you don't see it on the website. This is because there's a bit of a time lag between when they put things up, because they need to take time to like take a picture of the toy, put it in the listing, type it in, upload it, etc. So when the store opens, people might actually go in and just buy it the day of, when the store opens at noon, and then you don't get to see it online. So that's one of the reasons why sometimes there's a discrepancy between that, and so it never gets a time of day on the website itself. Now, for price references, I don't think this is a very good place. At least it's a fair place for like recent releases, but I would usually just look at the price that is listed for. I actually won't look at the sold prices. This is because I don't know if they're still doing it, because I actually don't use Mandarake as much as I used to before. This is because before from a few years back, like 2020 or 2019, I noticed that they started jacking up the sold out prices. I would buy a toy for like 35,000 yen, and then they would jack it up to 55,000 after I've received it, or once they listed it as sold out. So that makes the price reference not very useful, and they did this a lot with the real head figures, and it was really ridiculous, and now the real head prices are going like crazy. So I'm not very happy with the way they did that. I don't think they're doing that as much now, but it still makes me doubt what price is a good reference. So I usually just look at the ones that are listed and available if I wanted to ever look at the price reference. Now, another thing is that because this store they list everything from like inception to date, so you would end up seeing like a lot of so this can be from like years and years ago, so the prices might not be really realistic as a reference. So that also makes it a bit harder to say, oh, gauge like what is the right price to pay for something. Right. And then the thing here is that they will always list the price out as the price that how do I say this? They will always declare the price the product price as is, as how much is sold, which makes it a lot harder or a lot more annoying because you're going to get taxed on it. So yeah, that's all I can say about that. So when you purchase, just be aware that they'll declare for the price it is, and then you will most likely get taxed for it. Now the last one is the buying proxy. So this is for usually to buy things on like Rakuten or Yahoo Japan. To be honest, those are the most places that I usually use it for. Here you would mostly find a lot of like local things, much more real heads to be honest, and then what I noticed is more real heads, and then more Medicom toy releases, and finally the releases from like Super Festival or Wonder Festival. The night of that festival and the day after, you will find a lot of listings on here. So this is where I usually go to try and, if I missed out on a mule, this is where I would usually go. So the good thing about this is that you are able to combine your shipping. So what happens is you make a purchase, and then everything will get sent to a one location, one warehouse, and then you can buy multiple things. Everything gets sent there. You have a certain amount of days that you can store the item from when it arrives. So usually it's like a month or two, and then you can. So then it gives you a lot of time to buy a lot of stuff and then combine ship it. So you save a little bit on shipping, but they will also have to take a service fee, which you need to factor in a little bit when you try and do this, because obviously they're providing a service for you to do this and to store it in their warehouse. Now the thing about Japan auctions is that it's not like eBay auctions where the time counter goes to 0 and then that's it. No, if the time counter goes close to 0 and there's a lot of people still bidding on the item, they'll extend the bid auction by 5 minutes, and then they'll keep doing this until there's no more competitors. There's no one bidding in the last minute or two, and then at that point, then they'll finalize they won't extend the timing anymore. So that results in very, really high, ridiculous prices for some things, which kind of sucks if you don't have that much money to pay for like a lot of ridiculous priced things. Yeah. And then so the good thing about this is that with this also, when you can combine ship your things, the other thing is that you can pick how much you want to declare your items for. which then can help with the customs and not getting taxed. So that's super helpful for me compared to like Mandarake or other services. And because you can control how much you want to get declared for, and you can buy and ship things. So I prefer to use this. So websites here are, I think most commonly people use Buyee, and From Japan. I think I started using From Japan because Buyee was a bit smarter. Like if your seller had really bad ratings, they wouldn't deal with them. So you can't even auction on them. Or if they had really like their new sellers, I forgot what the regulation was. And then I got really annoyed with that. And then I was okay to take some risks. So I switched to another platform that allowed me to, that didn't have that kind of like, basic protection against it. So I can just bid on anything I want now. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, so that's it. This is just, a beginner's guide on like how I usually navigate and like do online shopping for Sofubi. Hopefully this will make it easier for you to, and they all take like credit card and PayPal, so you don't have to worry about that. So this will make it easier for you to hopefully to get a good price reference, get more options out there, find more things that you like, and get a bit more referenceability and make it easier for you to start collecting and enjoying Sofubi collecting. And yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.